Hey everyone, my name is Emmett. I'm a youth worker here at Dawson. Welcome to the lobby. Don't forget to sign in. Joining me today on this episode is
Vinny, also youth worker at Dawson.
And I'm Matthew. I do maintenance here, and I come here as a youth during the year.
Radical. So we're gonna start with something Vinny just posed. Something that we learned this weekend, and later on we're gonna be getting into the best and worst. The very best and worst of camp stories. So let's have Vinny kick us off with something we learned this weekend.
All right, so this weekend I learned about stigmas more often. So I don't know if you know the hierarchy in toxic masculinity, but it goes like alpha, beta. Don't know the rest after that. So after that you're basically like a worm to these people. But now there's sigma that has overtaken the alpha now.
So sigmas are above alphas.
That's right. Sigmas are the new alphas, the better alphas.
I was actually talking about that this weekend too. I was talking about people who are self-proclaimed alphas and
They're betas for sure.
yeah, the cringiness that comes from that.
Bro, I'm such an alpha. It's like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
If you have to say it, yeah. So yeah, okay. Wait, so what did you learn?
Yeah. So a sigma, okay, is somebody who is deep in thought. They never show that they are alpha status, but when they need to keep in check the alphas, they're right there to do it. Very, very, very weird. It's like I feel like anybody could do this. It's
For sure.
deep down, it really is just a regular person who isn't an a-hole, but they're still an a-hole because they're closeted incels still.
Okay.
Yeah,
Closeted asshole.
they're closeted incels because they'll portray a sigma attitude because there's this meme going around about sigma grind set.
Okay.
So it's somebody will treat a woman as an object and be like, yeah, that's sigma grind set, bro. I'm just going.
I see.
That's what I learned today for sigmas. They're funny.
Interesting. Sounds interesting. What about you, Matt?
Up to the same old. Nothing new.
Just chilling.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. Putting people into categorizations just automatically is kind of like I don't know about all that. You know what I mean? Oh, you an alpha, are you a beta? Are you an introvert or an extrovert? Yeah, there's some science to some things, sure. But I don't know.
You could definitely tell if someone's an introvert or extrovert, just depending on how they act. But they're usually not oh, bro, I'm such an extrovert. No.
What? A lot of people are.
Really?
A lot of people say that. I'm an introvert, I'm an extrovert, and I'm like...
I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that in a regular conversation.
It's been a while for me at least.
All the time.
Yeah, I feel like it would be a weird thing to just bring up out of nowhere.
Yeah, by the way.
Hey, did you know? Nope, didn't. And I also didn't ask. So
No, but they'll be like...
there's that.
No, they'll be like, as an introvert, I just needed to leave the space. You guys never? Oh my
No.
goodness.
Introverts,
Here,
sigmas,
so
by the
many
way.
times.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, I don't know. I have a weird issue with categorizing, people categorizing other people and hey, you're this kind of person. If that makes sense. But I mean personality types, doing personality tests, oh, this is your type, whatever. It's kind of it feels like there's too much variability in being a person to be oh, you're exactly like this. This is just how you are. You know what I mean?
That's just girls with astrology.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
it's true.
Don't
Like,
get me
oh my-
started.
Well,
Astrology.
I mean, it's... Well,
People.
yeah, people,
Yeah.
but big part is
Crystal
girls.
Wallace, dude.
women.
Excuse me.
Women, sorry.
But I just feel like now's not the time for you to come at people for the astrology, Matthew. Since as somebody that can speak on behalf. Yeah, some people believe that it's real.
Yeah, I would be oh my god, you're such a Virgo, because they
Yeah.
because they flipped
Yeah.
a pop tart off the table.
Matthew, are you not what are you, an Aquarius?
Yeah.
Matthew.
I just saw the way Emma rolled his eyes. I
I
know.
just want to say.
What does it even mean?
I would say.
I just want to say real quick. People also used to think that the Earth was flat until they figured out that it was round. And the people, hold on
Earth is round?
1 second. And the people that still think it's flat are the people that we make fun of. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like
We're anti-astrology here.
not
On the-
anti-astrology.
on the lobby.
Like it was a way to read constellations. There was meaning associated with it. Okay, sure, but it's not science though.
What are you, Leo, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, a Leo move.
Yeah,
right
he's such
there.
a bad person
Such
because
a
he's a Leo.
Leo.
Oof.
Leos always do this. Cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I'm actually an asparagus.
Yeah. Not knocking astrology, just saying,
There's people that
If
take
you're
it-
living-
Saying that it's crap.
No, but if you're
It's
living
rubbish.
if
I would
you're
agree
living
with
your life based on like what the stars say or what you think the stars say or whatever, or like, oh man, I'm so disorganized today. Sorry guys. Mercury's in retrograde or whatever. That's my justification. It's kind of like
Yeah, it's even worse because like
what? What do you
you'll get it
say?
from like a website anyways.
Yeah.
So it's like randomly generated. So it doesn't even matter.
MTL blog.
Yeah. So, exactly.
MTL blog. Something that I learned. Well, I guess I just learned about sigmas, so there's that. So I guess that'll be my answer, my half-baked answer. We can get into camp stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's start with Matthew. I feel like because Matthew pitched the idea of camp stories. Because Matthew pitched the idea of camp stories, we're gonna start strong with Matthew. So go ahead.
Well, I mean,
Best first, and then the worst. I feel like your worst camp story is probably like saving the best for last out of the two. So go ahead.
well, I mean, I don't think I've really had good experiences at camp because from like 5 to like 9 years old, I went to a French camp along the water, and I mean, I don't speak French at all, so it was very hard to socialize with the kids and stuff. So I don't know, I was just suffering for like 4 years in the summer, and then the 1 year I came here. I mean, it was an enjoyable experience, but it definitely wasn't the best considering all the fun things that we had planned were canceled. So like we were able to go to Lerone, that was canceled. We were supposed to go to Calypso, that was canceled. And where did we go? A farm.
Yikes.
Fam.
Close enough.
It's like, oh,
same
wow,
thing.
yeah, you get to go pet the horses. Like, no, I want to be going down water slides. No, but I mean, what they're doing this year, I mean, it seems a lot better considering, like, I saw on the board that they have like different themes for different weeks. I'm pretty sure at the end of like, I guess the summer session, they're going to like Lerone, so definitely living through them a little.
Are you?
Could be.
Is this the same
With
camp
the-
or are you talking about here?
Oh, no, I'm talking about here.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, are you going by this camp that you
Yeah,
used to go
still.
to
No.
keep
Whoa,
tabs on what they're
definitely
doing?
not.
And
Yeah,
be like,
keep-
I would do
Keeping
that.
tabs on the kids.
I never got this.
Thought I
You
wouldn't
can't
do
have this either. Okay, so was that your worst or your bad? Probably your worst, or like a continuous worst?
Yeah, just a continuous worse. It wasn't really
Still
any
stinks
best
today.
into that.
Is there ever a time where you went camping and you had like a good time, like maybe like a weekend, maybe with
Oh,
family
actually.
or something?
I mean, it was here again. We went to Camp Champ, which is a camp up in New York State, and I'm pretty sure that whole week, like at nighttime, we'd be playing pranks and stuff. So it was really fun. One of the animators there, he was just encouraging it. He was the one sending it all up for us. So
Nice.
I mean, that was probably like the best experience for camp for me personally. But yeah, most of the time it was just like meh.
Vinny, you went okay. So, okay, that's not bad. Vinny, what about you?
Okay, I got two stories.
You got two stories.
Yeah, I have mine
For the
here.
best or the worst?
Both.
Vinny can take over the whole thing.
I literally could. So like, if you want,
Go
you
ahead.
can go on,
True,
and then
you have a lot
I
of you have
could.
a lot of camp experience. No,
That's right.
Take it. Give me time to think of mine.
Okay.
I can't
Shout
remember.
out
this.
your camp experience though.
Huh? What do you mean?
I mean, your camp experience in the sense that, again, you were a youth.
Oh right,
You were a
yeah.
child in camp, in day camp, but you were a youth in youth camp, and then you were a staff animator in day camp, and then you were a staff animator in youth camp.
Yeah, I've been in Dawson for a very long time. Okay, so yeah, I've been in here for a very long time. What, like, since I was 5?
Yeah.
I'm 23.
Long time.
This guy spent most of his life here.
Math's
Holy.
hard, bro, but yeah, I've been here a lot. So I've seen and done almost everything, bad and good. And I'll start. What'd you say? I start with good and then bad.
Just do whatever you want.
Okay, hold on. Let me set this up. Okay, so for a bad experience, I like to say last time I worked for the second to last time I worked for the 412 program, the same year that Emmett worked. The group that I was in, I was in there because I was the only person who could like control this one child. And I mean, I felt at that time I was like pretty decent at my job. I would say even the best, to be honest. So when you
It's always
put
good
your
to stay humble.
yeah, that's right. When you put your best animator in a in a group only because of one kid, because like dude, okay, this person,
Yeah.
if anybody else had them, they would fight. They would fight staff.
Okay,
other
so
youth.
you'd fight the kid then. Show him who's boss. Show
Yo.
your dominance.
Bro, that year, I'm not saying I would, but I felt like it was definitely a job for a real shadow. So I just didn't like being put in that position where like I was doing more than like I was being paid to do, you know? Because like a shadow, I'm pretty sure like they have like a whole education they have to go through,
Yeah.
certificate, and then I had to do that at like
You're paying like your animators pay.
yeah, which didn't make any sense. So that part I hated a lot. So that's what I would say like that whole year. Because like I think if you ask Frank, he would say that I looked like I was having the greatest time of my life, but I swear to God, every time I left work, dude, I felt so angry. That was the worst year of my entire life working.
Wow.
At this summer camp. But now, I mean, it looked pretty good. Everyone's having fun. Groups are better. I mean,
Yeah.
less problematic children. That's what I would say from worst experience.
For worse. Okay. What about best?
So best experience was I was being a shitter. I think I was like 13 years old. I was a CIT during a certain era with the coordinator. So there's one thing in this job that you really cannot do, and I think it was without saying, you don't lose kids.
Yeah.
Losing kids is a fireable offense. But I was a CIT, so obviously if I would lose the kid, I mean, I'd probably get like
No responsibilities. Rad.
yeah, that's right. so I lost a specific kid. And I didn't tell until it was like the end of the day because we had like a big meeting. And it turns out that day was actually extremely bad. There was a lot of like worst cases that went on.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
That's right.
So you lost the kid. You waited till the whole day. So the kid was never found.
No, the kid was found like 30 minutes after we had lost them.
Lead with that.
Okay, the kid was found eventually, and then brought back. And then I waited till the end of the day for like the big like roundup meeting to tell them. But that day there was more like bad things that happened. So like everyone was already angry. The coordinator was already mad. And then I thought, man, I should not tell this, but you know what? I got to. So I'm like, so after the coordinator goes, okay, is there anything else that happened? Because this day was shitty. I was like, hey, today I lost a kid. Coordinator goes, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, we lost a kid today. And it was a specific kid. I have the mother's, not mother's name, but the aunt's name.
Okay.
Right here. If you want to look at the, right here. So the coordinator was understandably extremely scared.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were extremely scared that we had lost this child.
Okay.
Because the coordinator knew
Yeah.
if this was found out that person would literally bring down this door and just tear her a new one.
Yeah.
So she was extremely afraid to tell anybody.
Oh yeah.
So the coordinator's response was, don't tell that mom.
Oh.
So I was like, what? That sounds crazy. Why would we still
pretty
tell
bad,
anyone?
yeah.
Sounds like a terrible idea, but I mean,
Yeah.
gotta do what you gotta do.
So I was like, sure, I won't tell her. Until like 7 years later, like sec four, I'm walking with this person's daughter and her to their house, and I go, hey, you know, like 7 years ago when last time I was a CIT, and she's like, yeah, I remember. I'm like, so we lost your godson, right? Or
Which one?
Australian.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I thought, after 7 years, she won't get mad.
Yeah.
And she exploded for some reason. I was like, hey, just so you know, I was told not to tell you.
Yeah.
And then she still got extremely mad. And then she goes like, why the fuck? Like, why didn't I know about this? And I was like, it was that coordinator. It wasn't me.
Fair. Best response. Hey,
So,
what do you want me to tell you? It wasn't me, man.
hey.
But I feel like that's a fair response, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fair
It was
response.
7 years later, though?
Yeah.
7 years later, you just kind of laugh at that and you'd be like, oh, all right.
What's your experience as a camper living?
I don't really remember much though. That's like
Remember? You don't want to explain when you did?
no.
No, you can. It's a good one.
I mean,
That's the
what time
one
is
that
it?
you wanted to talk about.
How much time do we have?
Oh, we got time.
We got time?
We got
Okay.
time.
Okay, so
ahead, man.
don't want to talk about the time. After summer school, I had decided that I did not want to go to lead that day.
Okay.
So I hate the beach
Yeah.
because I hate when my toes get all sandy,
Okay. Fair enough.
all wet, and my socks also get wet too. So I hate the sand.
Wait, bro. we wearing like socks and sandals? That's why you're.
Dude,
No, he's wearing some socks and sandals
don't
for
bring
sure.
that back. Yeah.
This guy's wearing the Jesus 11s. The Jerusalem 4s.
Yeah, we're gonna put that one later, but for sure, dude, I was wearing shoes that day, but I had decided that I was not gonna go. So after summer school, I had tried to hide like over there by the alleyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all the buses were there for the beach. Well, I thought was the beach, and I was going in and out of the alleyway just to see when the buses come, so that I can arrive and go, oh, sorry, I missed it. But turns out my dumbass was seen from the other end, from right here down there somehow. So I was like, oh man, I got them. This is no way. Lisa drives all the way to the end of the street and goes, Vinny, what are you doing? We see you. Get in the car right now. We're going to the movies. And I was like, what? The movies? I had no idea. I thought we were going to the beach. I'm like, hell yeah. But then the entire time, man, Lisa just scolded me. It was bad.
That's pretty
Because
funny.
you waited for him.
Yeah, they all waited like
Like
30
all
minutes.
The scenes, the youth we waited for him, and
Yeah.
then we're just looking at him, and we're like,
Yeah.
"Is he hiding from us?"
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
That's so
So, bro,
embarrassing.
they
They
were
were,
like
like,
walking
looking-
back and forth.
They
in the
did.
alley.
Oh
we
my
were just like waiting for him, but we're looking at him. We're like, "What is happening? What is he doing?
That's why you gotta hide on the
And
other
why is he
streets.
doing
Yeah.
that?" And then until Lisa was like not impressed with Lisa drove, and I'm like, "Lisa, we're gonna take the bus, like public transit." And then Lisa was like, "I'm gonna go get him." But the whole time we're watching, we're like, you had the option of not coming. It was a youth camp. Like, you had the option, but no, he didn't because it was paid and his mom already paid.
Yeah.
He wasn't
Never in my mind I thought, you know what, I'll just go home. I was like, nah, I'm gonna dodge. I'm gonna dodge instead.
Yeah.
Like an idiot.
I mean, was your mom home?
No, she was at work, but I don't think I had my keys yet either though. At the
I
time.
should have known.
Oh.
Yeah, because then
Not being
Yeah, they
impressed.
would have just.
they would have called and then I would in serious trouble.
So either way, you would have been screwed.
Yeah, I mean, so, moral of the story is go to the bus and not hide like an idiot.
Or another moral: if you're gonna hide, don't peek so often
Yeah, true.
and let everybody see you. You know what I
so
mean?
many times.
Yeah, it sounds like you were just walking in and out of the alley, and everyone was
Literally.
like, "What's he doing down there?"
Literally hiding in plain sight, like this.
I had this plan. That morning, I was like, dude, I'm gonna get them with this.
Oh my
I
God.
didn't.
It was a good plan. It was a solid plan.
Was
If you just chilled in the alley and
Yeah.
then showed up later after you guys, if you guys didn't see him
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he just showed up at the right
Yeah.
time instead of peeking, solid plan, man. You could have gotten away with it.
I know. I had my phone and everything. It was so dumb,
Or
man.
you just do what I do, and you just, well, this is just me dodging work one time.
Yeah.
My dad literally drove me. So I walk in, go to the bathroom, and just walk right back out.
That's a good plan too.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
they didn't call me either, so I was chilling.
So, real moral of the story: if you're gonna dodge or if you're gonna do any kind of mischief, be smart about it, man.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
plan accordingly.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the real takeaway, everybody.
Plan.
Plan.
Come on, with the plan. What about yours, Emmett?
Me, I don't know. Mine's kind of tough. I don't really. What? Do you have something in mind?
No.
No.
I'm laughing because Vinny and I, if I can say that on
Yeah.
air.
Yeah.
Vinny and I were betting like, how were you going to get yourself out of this one
Yeah.
for your summer camp experience? Because we're like, which way? How will he go? Like, you know what? It was all bad, but so that's why we're laughing to see how you're explaining what your best or your worst.
Fair enough. So basically, most of my camp stories are shit, and well, I mean,
Like bad experiences or just bad stories in general?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
It's probably just bad stories.
I'll just say yeah, but I don't know. Are we going to that summer? Are we talking about the same summer?
Yes,
Is that where?
please.
All right, I
Yes,
guess.
please.
I guess so. I guess so. But got it. Okay. Yeah, my camp experience with. Okay, so working as a camp counselor, I've never done it before, so it was my first and last year as a camp counselor because it just wasn't for me.
Yep.
So yeah.
The younger age.
Yeah, at a younger age, I was 18, so like as soon as you can start working.
But your group was younger. It was in day camp.
Oh.
Not camp counselor now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what was it then? So was it like 4 to 12 or?
Yeah, it was 4 to 12. It was a
Okay.
younger group. It wasn't like teens. So, kids are cool. They're fine. But I mean,
wait,
working
my
with
bad
them
to cut
every
you
day
off.
though.
My bad to cut you off. How old are the kids?
Grade 1, whatever.
Yeah,
that
it was
Oh
the
my
second youngest group.
Yeah.
That was your
Oh,
group?
that's
Third. Yeah. There's pre-K, kindergarten,
Oh, yeah.
and then grade
Yeah,
1.
third.
yeah, that's
It's kind of rough.
That year was. Whew.
Yeah. It was a
Yeah.
rough one.
Go on.
But yeah, I don't know. Working with kids every day, it's just not for me. It's not my jam. So that was my last year. But I don't know. I don't know how to describe why it was so bad. I mean, I do, but I guess I just won't. However, what I will say is it was bad enough for Vinny to see the look on my face on a daily basis to be like, oh, he doesn't want to be here at all. I wasn't very, like, I didn't hide that fact at all. I
Yeah.
was,
that'd be me.
yeah, it was a rough one. So working, that was a bad one in my opinion, but you know, some people might like that, I guess. For good camp stories, I don't know. I really don't have any. I don't really camp that often. When I was a kid, I was super scared of like everything. So whenever we camped and they told scary stories, I was like the biggest baby, and I like just left all the time.
Yo, it's
So-
scary enough.
Yeah, it's spooky out there, you know,
Wilderness?
darkness, the woods, you know.
Yeah, man. The wildlife?
Yeah, there could be a murderer anywhere.
Can I share?
Go ahead.
For me, I remember one of the worst, like Vinny mentioned before, losing a kid. I remember I too were downtown, and there was this kid, like a youth, that had special needs, and I think he got, I wouldn't say I lost the kid, but I would say...
Seems like that's where you're going.
He stopped following the group.
Exactly.
Yeah,
He
stop
wasn't-
following.
Yeah, he stopped. Thank you, Vin. He stopped following the group until I turned, and I've never been more afraid in my life because my heart sunk. Because I was like, "What am I supposed to tell the parents?" Because that's the thing. I'm not even worried about my bosses here. It's like, what am I supposed to tell the parent, right? But
we lost your kid, no
after-
biggie.
Pardon?
We lost your kid, no biggie.
Right? But after all of us, come together, teamwork, the kid rejoined the group. So that was great. That was one of the worst experiences. Also, another one is it involved Vinny.
Ooh.
There was this, for some reason, we were playing ball hockey in the gym.
Oh, yeah.
And then this one kid had like a fit of rage. I'm not even sure what was the reason. He took a hockey stick and
I can tell you why.
okay, but wait. He took a hockey stick and hit Vinny on the head, but split Vinny's head open. So we
That was
had
fun.
to. No, it was bad. Like we saw things were coming out, right? So
Let's go.
calling the ambulance,
See
calling
his
both
brain.
set of parents.
Almost.
It was pretty bad. So why, Vinny?
All right. So the reason why that youth had hit me in the head with a goalie stick was because two other youths were like playing around. One of them had like the other's legs, and then like swung around. You know, like in wrestling where they did that. Yeah. He did that, and it hit me in the legs. And back then, I was a thick boy. I was kind of thick, and
How many C's?
probably 4 maybe.
That's a lot of C's.
Yeah, and I had fallen my big butt onto this other youth's head, and then for some reason the person that struck me was like, "I'm gonna hit you for that," and I was like, "Why?" I was like, "Why would you do that?"
It wasn't even you.
Yeah, and then goes up, gets the goalie stick. I thought there's no shot he's gonna do this because like, dude, I'm gonna turn around and just beat his ass. But then, so as I'm walking away from him, he taps me, dislocates my wrist with the goalie stick.
Whoa.
Goes again, and then I thought, okay, this is gonna be it. So obviously, I can't hear him go.
Yeah.
It comes down, bam, and I don't feel anything. Cause at that point, my body's going like, hey,
Into shock. Yeah.
something happened. I'm gonna put everything into it so you won't feel any pain.
Yeah.
Oh.
Minutes later, yeah.
Adrenaline, Vinny, yeah.
So I can-
Blood was, sorry, Vinny.
Yeah,
Blood
go
was
ahead.
streaming down his face. He didn't see it. He didn't feel it.
Yeah.
And the whole thing, I was like, Vinny, don't touch anything and don't go into the bathroom because I didn't want him to see himself like completely bloody until he got
Thank
to
God, I would have
in
fainted.
the ambulance and we went with him. But it was so bad. I think like we even saw, maybe we were asking if we saw part of his brain. Was that that's how deep it was?
Yeah,
the
it was
cut?
very deep.
Bro.
Well,
I mean, when you shave your head, we still see the scar from
Exactly,
it. So.
it's still there.
so that was one of the
However,
second
I regret one thing. I should have beat his ass, man. I had the time.
That's true.
I should have.
Bro, this guy dislocated your wrist. You should have been swinging it.
I know, right
after
then I
that.
should have turned around, but I was like, nah, who cares? It's just a wrist. But then the head, bro, I should have beat his ass, man.
But you were also
Get your blood on him.
So it was just to clarify, you were not
Right, I was on
a
his staff. I was in the lead program at the time.
And I have another one, worst one. I don't.
Do you want to maybe roll the chair over
Yeah.
here, maybe, if
Yeah.
you want
I think that
to
would
tell
be-
the story?
Thank
That
you
would
for
be-
inviting Emmett. Thank you. Thank you. So one
This is
time
a
we
press
went
conference.
camping.
You need my mic too?
Why not?
We went camping. I think were you there, Vinny?
Which time?
When we went camping with Lee?
Lead? With Simeon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there.
So
It was Max, I think.
I think to me, I
Jerk.
kind of like camping, but I feel like I like camping maybe with people my age and also for a short period of time. So it was our first experience camping with youth. So that means that it was like you guys were how old? They're between 13 and 15.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is lead.
Yeah, this is
Okay,
youth,
I was staff at the
youth
time.
camp. Okay. And I think I think we went like 4 days. Was it 5 days, 3 nights, or like what is it? Like
I think it was like 3 days.
Okay. I think it was 4
It was a
days,
weekend.
3 nights and such. And let me tell you, at the end of this camping trip, I truly reconsidered everything about my life. I didn't want to come back. I didn't want to see them again. It was just so exhausting. We bringing like city kids to camp. They didn't know how to wash a dish.
It was bad.
They didn't know. Am I lying though? They didn't
It
know
was
how
horrible.
to like set up a tent. That makes sense. Like it was a new
Yeah.
experience. They didn't know how to even. They were afraid to go into the forest to get some like branch. They were afraid to do everything, and they didn't want to do anything.
I feel like you're also describing most adults, but
Yeah, camping is not fun.
yeah.
That don't know how to wash a dish.
Okay, I mean that's.
They didn't even They didn't know how to cut. They didn't know how to cut like what is it like the fruits and vegetables.
Yeah.
It was something. So all this to say, if we had to fend for ourselves, it was truly, I guess, maybe one youth and then the 3 adults that were there.
Although to be honest, the food that we had for dinner was like tacos. Like who eats tacos in a camp like trip?
You get like hot dogs and stuff.
Yeah, we get that. No, we
No,
get tacos, but we have to like.
No, you did get
Why?
you did get hot dogs.
No, we did not.
You guys also picked the tacos to be
Not
fair.
me. Not me. I knew they'd be problematic for sure.
Well, I mean, were they soft tacos or hard
Wait a
tacos?
Hard.
second. Wait,
Oh, that
wait,
makes
wait.
sense.
Like,
Yeah, that's
why?
definitely.
That's your
On a camping
takeaway.
trip.
That
That's
the
definitely
tacos was
problematic.
the problem of the whole weekend.
No. I mean, that weekend, my mom and I forgot to pack my toothbrush, so that was pretty bad too. I had to do the old finger.
Yeah.
Does that even work?
It worked for me that day, that night.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
gotta-
Yeah,
how you
for real.
brush.
Wait a second. You all have like used your fingers to brush your teeth?
Well, I mean, you have nothing else to do.
No, you have not.
Everyone has at least in one
Are you
occasion
kidding
for
me,
sure.
Darlie?
What?
Are you
have?
kidding me?
No.
Yeah.
Darlie, you're
Dude,
kidding me.
No
You
way.
Privileged her.
So you just wouldn't brush your
You
teeth.
have?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
So you just wouldn't brush your teeth?
No, you just put like Wait, did you guys put toothpaste? Did you have no
Yeah,
toothpaste?
toothpaste.
No,
No, I put toothpaste in my mouth and then like, but
Well,
I'm not gonna go
toothpaste
like
on the
this.
finger.
Mouthwash?
Oh no!
This is
All
mouthwash.
of you?
Yeah.
You're the outsider on this one.
Yeah.
This is common practice. If you don't have a toothbrush, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Everyone in the
It is what it
comments,
is.
comment if
make
you
a
did this or not.
makeshift,
Yeah.
a makeshift like what is it? Like Hans Bush, like you know what I mean? You don't use. What is this gonna do?
No.
I mean-
but what is mouthwash gonna do?
It's better than like
How-
when you
how
take-
so?
I mean,
Yeah.
you're brushing your teeth.
But you're going like. But what is like your finger? What is your finger doing?
It's the bristle.
Yo, Darlie, you gotta do what you gotta do,
Mouth,
man.
for sure, finger over mouthwash.
Yeah.
No. You guys are kidding.
So, Darlie, what do you want me to do? Brush my teeth? You want me to use the corner of this table? Like,
No.
Yeah, there's a bathroom there. It's like
Like,
use
if you
the
go
toilet
get-
on
brush.
the counter.
I'd rather, like, you know, in some countries, I'd rather take a branch and then, like,
That's too
and then,
Yeah, you got some greens in your teeth, so.
Bugs.
you know what? Stay with your fingers, Joe.
Splinters.
Stay with your fingers.
Actually, I did remember while you were telling those stories, my something recently actually that happened somewhat recently, a bad story. It wasn't camp, it was in the program, but I lost a kid in
When
the
was
program.
Let's go.
What?
When was this?
Like within the last 2 years.
Okay.
I lost a kid here, like a teen.
Like in the building? Or
Yeah, in the building. Like we didn't know where it was.
Like this.
how do you lose a kid in the building?
No, you know about it. I did not tell you about it. I told you about it. Here.
Gets fired on the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like, you're gone. All right, well, it's great. Second episode of the podcast. You guys get
Yeah.
to see a live firing. Or listen to one anyway. So, I can't find this kid. He was playing video games. He's just chilling, having a good time. I'm like, hey, where did so-and-so go? They're like, I don't know. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go look for him, you know? So I checked the whole building, and when I can't find him in a couple spots, I'm kind of like, okay, now I'm starting to worry a little bit, you know, because he might actually have walked out.
Yeah.
And usually the teens can, but this youth was
Not allowed.
was not allowed to be leaving the building. So anyway, I'm looking for him everywhere. I checked the bathrooms. I checked upstairs, downstairs, like closet space for something. Like, you know, couldn't find him anywhere. I'm pretty sure I checked the entire building. This is going on for like, I don't know, 10 minutes. I'd say 10, 15 minutes. He's just taking a really long shit in the staff bathroom. Dude,
Yeah, I remember.
so I go to check. I'm like, there's no, like, why would he be in the staff bathroom? You know, the bathroom's over there. And I was so relieved. You know that awkward encounter where, like, you try to go into a bathroom and it's locked and you're like, oh, sorry. And it's, like, super awkward.
Yeah.
Kinda. I was so relieved to have that happen. I was like, it's occupied. And I'm like, oh, thank God. Like, okay. But yeah, so that
I was
was
taking a nasty dude.
yeah. That was a stressful 10 minutes. And I've never been more relieved to hear someone in the bathroom. So yeah.
First
good
time with
times.
Dawson.
What?
First time with Dawson.
First time at Dawson. So that's my story.
Wait, do you guys use the bathroom to? Never mind.
Well, I mean, we could answer that, but before I wanna add it back to like Emmett's previous time in the 412 program. When I had seen him that day,
Yeah.
just with dread, I had walked up to him and said, "Dude, that's amazing." I was like, dude, I wish I could wear my heart like that, because like usually like you're like taught to like bury that deep until the end. But seeing Emmett do that, I was like, bro, I have so much respect, dude. That day, I was like, you know what, Emmett's great.
If you're not having a good time, you're not having a good time.
Yeah,
This is what it is. I think that's a good place to call it. What do you guys think?
yeah.
Yeah, seems good.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in to the second episode of The Lobby. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, I guess. And we'll catch you next time.